a simple hint on self-control. If I am to define self-control, I would just say self-control is that ability to think and judge yourself before you take the action. Thinking about what you are going to do and maybe the impact of it, the consequences, are they negative or positive? Maybe how will it influence the community? Self control is the key to every person. That is one of the discipline that helps you to keep your integrity as a person. Because without self control, there is nothing that you can execute in another way as a person. Self control doesn't just maybe stop from the mind, it goes from emotional feelings. That's one ability to snatch back your emotions when they think negative, or maybe think of when you're doing something that doesn't align with your standard. Go about it is a food habits. Are you able to control yourself maybe on something that you're going to eat? Maybe like we talk about that feelings. How do you feel about people around you in your relationship and what that self-control you are able to do and think within that box to balance the social responsibility so as you can make people feel loved and purpose. Self-control starts with acceptance. You must accept and love yourself the way you are. Because without you loving yourself, then you're not going to have self-control. It's through your self-love that your emotional, your self-control takes center for instead. Because once you master the self-love for yourself, the more you start doing things accordingly and maybe how you love them to be. Because you are no longer just going to be hung around, but you're going to do things in another manner that's important for your health, for your future, maybe and for your family. Secondly, it involves pressure. The pressure, the things that we really love, maybe that we want to satisfy ourselves. So the pressure, personal pressures, and just with our inner personal pressures, are we able to hold back our feelings, our emotional feelings when maybe they go astray? It's a question. So on this, I was just like, how do you handle your feelings when you feel like it's out of control? You should really make sure that you are able to tune your mind, keep focused on something that is important, not on the negative part. Fourth, self control doesn't just come on just mere table, but there must be weapons and tools for you to keep moving. There is worthy and security. If you are to ask ourselves one thing, do I have enough things, let's say money, let's say maybe it's security, the thing that is really enough for me to control myself? Am I, leave it alone, if I have that waste, is it going to make me indulge on something that I'm supposed not to do? Yes, if no, if yes, if you're worth it, then do let it be there for you. And if you're not worth it, then be contented with what you have as you work upon what you don't have. Because life is too short for you to live in the future, which you are the person you will never and never attain. But once you sit back and you start analyzing things, you are going to understand that along the way, or maybe in the future, it is within your means for you to achieve them. Because wealth isn't just maybe something that you are going to do in 1 month, it's something that is planned that you're going to plan for 5, 10, 7, 20 years, and you find yourself there. And to attain that wealth, you just have that high degree of self-control, ability not to tackle things when their time is right, not maybe to spend money when it's not supposed to be spent, but spending money on the priorities and investing money on the priorities that are important for you. Self-control Then just maybe resolve of maybe on sadness. Self-control means that you are going to have you're going to be happy. You to live within your means and you be happy as a person, and you try your best to make sure that happiness stores within your means, because that's the best way you can. What could be the benefits of self-control? The benefits of control, there is development, because when you have self-control you're going to default because you're able to channel the money into investment that's of priority. Second, you're going to build healthy relationship, because you're not going to be indulging in very many relationships, but you're going to point out some relationships, some friends that are essential and important for the future. That's why I always emphasize on one or two things: build partnerships, not casual friendships. That's second. It will help you to be happy because you really love yourself and you know what to do at the right time, maybe what to eat, what to spend, and everything. Happiness will revolve on your heart. For the biblical part, we can maybe look into Galatians chapter 2, verse 3, where Paul tells us about what self-control means. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.